Resquared, Active8 would have been prospecting by Googling gyms or focusing on people in the industry that like we knew. There was no way for us to identify any sort of trainers, especially because a lot of the trainers that we're reaching out to or we want to work with are already working at a gym and have like a schedule or a class there. And so typically, if you're going into a gym to try and not necessarily like poach, but work with their trainers, going in can be met with a lot of resistance. But with Resquared, we didn't have that same resistance of like there being a gatekeeper for us to talk to the trainers. We were able to reach out to them a lot more directly instead. I just went ahead and used the quick start. In terms of like what we were offering, I was offering a space for like rent to people who are trainers. So in my campaign, it was super generic. I reached out to the owner's name. I mentioned who I am in the studio. I mentioned our boutique and referenced the location, but I didn't give an exact location so that I could get like some response or inquiry on it rather than them just searching it up. I utilized the AI snippet, which worked really well here. It was able to give me some good insight into like the different studios because some of them are Pilates or yoga. I think like one of them that we reached out to was like a jujitsu academy, and even they responded inquiring like, oh, I could do this like for private training or like strength training for my clients. My second email was super generic, also had an AI snippet. And then my third email was mentioning their social presence. Looking at my responses, the majority of my responses and leads that I generated came from the third step of the sequence. So I saw a lot of value and there being more than one step. Like I think a lot of the most recent ones, if I look at their responses, they came from either the second or third email out. So super helpful being able to see that campaign there. Oh my gosh. And my leads just went way up. I thought it was at like 35 leads, but I look now and I'm at 77 leads, 189 responses. That's insane. But yeah, the majority of the people that responded were inquiring on the third email. So we see like a lot of traction in that like continued follow-up, which again, before Resquared wouldn't have been possible for Active8, really nimble team. And so there was no one that was able to like maintain these conversations. There also wouldn't be a way for us to easily track the leads that were generated when we have such a high volume of responses. So us not having a CRM or any sort of like tracking tools in place when it came to this initial outreach, this has given us a really good initial footing.